Well, trip number 5 into the Boundary Waters for 2024. This lake is Kawishiwi Lake. We're going in. I'm going with my dear friend, Paul Oman, who he and I have gone with our boys before. This is the first time we'll be going all by ourselves into the lake. Right now, we're at the Kawishiwi Lake National Forest Campground. We'll spend the night here and then head in on our entry point tomorrow. 3 nights. Going to go up to hopefully hit Malberg, maybe see some pictographs, and then come on out. Not a real long trip. It's Labor Day weekend, but any day is a good day up here, right? And we are here at the campground. Really, actually very nice, quiet. There's like one other group here right now, so it's almost like being in the Boundary Waters, and technically you are. So the Kawishiwi Lake, which is literally 50 feet from me, is in the Boundary Waters. You have to have a permit even to get inside there. So we're technically, well, there. You can see my tent and you see the lake. That's how far away we actually are from the wilderness boundary. So it should be a fun time, and looking forward to a really good trip. You can see here how windy it is already here today. I think we have 30-mile-an-hour sustained winds, so we do have some weather that we're dealing with. On our way across Kawishiwi Lake. On a breezy but beautiful day. Up ahead we're getting to Square Lake, which is where the edge of the Pagani Creek fire was. So we're getting into Square Lake here. You can see the wind starting to blow straight out of the west. Okay. We don't have very far to go.
We have to go stay to the right.
Yeah. Yeah, we can fight the wind for, it doesn't look like it's more than hardly a third of a mile maybe. Yeah, we got a few rollers in here, not much. Some white caps when you get out. There's not much wind break when you, all of a sudden you hit the Pagani fire too. I'm guessing you had it worse on moose.
Oh my goodness. I'm like, oh,
oh yeah. Is out of the way. Yeah. Portage 1 done.
I like having up paddling. Just
yeah.
Flexibility.
Well, and a 20-rod portage is pretty much perfect. Yeah. Now I'm wondering if we could have just floated the dang thing. Yeah. I don't know.
Want to go explore?
No.
Back?
Oh, maybe. You know what they always say? A portage is there for a purpose.
Yeah.
Usually when you go into a portage, or when you try to skip one,
right,
you find out why the portage was there.
Yeah,
can we go around?
Is there a portage here?
Maybe. Is that a portage right there? It goes up and around? I think it is too. This one is not on my map, but this is absolutely a portage. Because we ain't going over that.
Yeah, we'd have to hold on down. Want to hop out and see if it is a portage?
Oh, I can see where it comes out.
Okay, great.
It's a portage.
Well, the portage that was made this year.
Yeah, oops, careful, run. There we go. I can get out. I think it's pretty deep, so, but I think we can get right here. I will take a look. But I will take a look and bring a bag. How's that?
All right.
Then we might be able to just lift it through here.
Sure.
If I grab the big bag. It's a Chong Lake. We want to hang to the left. This one is pretty much completely impacted by the fire. Apparently over on the, well, right there where you see over on the right where there's those trees, there's campsite over there. And there should be one right on that one too. Yep, you can see it actually over to the right. So the two spots that they must have dumped water on with a tanker, they saved those two campsites. But the rest of it, there's a used to be campsites up around here that they closed. So we're just on the south side of Lake Polly here. We're going to paddle across this lake, a couple more portages, and then we end up in Coma Lake. And as of right now, we're planning on going through that lake and into Malberg.
Super shallow here.
Yeah, I see that. We're paddling in between Lake Polly and Coma Lake. Kona Lake. There's 3 portages in here. Yeah, right up here there's rocks all over. I think you got to kind of scooch your way through, see it right through there. And swing your butt around, I think. There's a rock that comes out here. This would be why there's a portage. All right. There's all kinds of canoe scrapes on these rocks. I'm guessing in low water this is kind of a pain. All right, portage dead ahead. What's the plan here?
I'm good with going all the way up to Malberg.
Right?
Are you good with that?
Yeah, I'm actually feeling really good.
Yeah.
I really am. I mean,
Yeah.
that was not 120. That seemed longer, but
Yeah, it did seem longer.
no, they're easy portages. So I actually feel we haven't paddled for a while, so
Yeah.
maybe get out of the wind a little bit that way.
Right.
That's a lot of I mean, I've got 14,000 steps on,
Oh yeah.
and we literally put in right where we camped. So
Yeah.
that's a lot of
a lot of walking.
portaging today.
Yeah.
But I think it's, which I like much more than my Crazy Creek. So we're at Coma Lake. Now we're gonna try to get up into Malberg. Another look. What's it look like? About a mile or so. Yeah, let's see. Looks to be, yeah, about a mile. This might not. It's a smaller lake than Polly. Then we got a 24 rod portage, and then we got free sailing wherever we want to go along Malberg, or up into the Kawishiwi or wherever. We've gone through 2 pages on my map. You got her?
There we go.
We're good?
Not quite.
Beaver's been busy back here. Look at how high the water was. We're in Malberg Lake. That'll find a campsite. A lot of wind. Got camp all set up. We are on Malberg Lake. We worked hard today. We paddled through Kawishiwi Lake, Square, Bassashong, Polly, Kona, the Kawishiwi River, and into Malberg. I think that's pretty much all of them that we hit. But it's been a long day. We started at 8 o'clock this morning. It's just a little before 4 right now. But we've got camp set up. So we were on this campsite here probably about an hour ago. We got here, and it was enough. We've been paddling into the wind all day long. I don't know, about 75, 80 degrees. But it was a good day. Saw quite a few people on Polly. Actually, Coma Lake had a lot of people on it. I only saw one open campsite. And then we got to Malberg here, and there's like nobody on this lake. Every campsite was open so far. We haven't gone to the whole lake. We're kind of in a narrows, but nobody's been here, and we really didn't see a lot of people paddling. It looked like a lot of people base camping or parked on a single site. So yeah, so we're gonna stay here tonight. Sounds like maybe some rain tomorrow, so we'll make a plan, let you know what's going on. This is a beautiful campsite, and here in a little bit I'll kind of give you the showdown as to what we're going on here. But we are way up high on a hill, and can see a long way. It's really cool. We hit the jackpot on this one.
Man, this is a good one.
This is one of the better ones I've ever stayed at.
Yes, yeah.
Take you for a little bit of a walk. You know, we haven't seen, well, we did see one party pass us that we had passed earlier in the day. But there's some tent pads of people that have camped here before. Oh, I could have put a tent pad there even. That was a cool place. There's a lot of tent pads, and then you get a look out over, that's looking south and kind of east, south and east towards Malberg. The portage into Malberg is way down that way, probably a mile or so. And then you see we're really in just a real narrow part of the lake, and how high up we are. It's gorgeous here. And then, you know, I wonder if somebody went to all of the Boundary Waters YouTubers, found all the, and then like searched how many times the word beautiful or gorgeous is used. I gotta believe that's like one of that and sucky portage are probably the three biggest terms used. So if you look down here, again, you can see that direction. And then this direction, our canoe is way down there. So we walked up a bit. Paul is out sketching. Got a few clouds moving in. And then if you look back, Paul's tent is just behind in the woods there. Mine is out in the open a little more. And there's our campsite. 5 stars. 5 stars. So this is the, for those of you who watch these videos just to kind of find out, you know, intel on your paddle, this is where the Malberg is going east and west, and it's right where the Narrows begins. So we passed several, and then this is the Narrows, and then it goes up kind of towards the loop on the Kawishiwi, which is what we're going to do tomorrow. guys in the boundary waters. We're already starting to clean up. It's about 6:40. Going for a trip today. It's supposed to rain this afternoon. That's what we wake up to in the morning. You can hear Paul putting the tent away. All packed up. Heading out. Gonna take a loop around Malberg Lake and see where else we decide. The wind is not bad now, but it's supposed to pick up again. So that'll somewhat play into what we do today. It was a good day. If we were base campers, this would be a place to base camp for sure. There you go, that's a how-to video waiting to happen.
That is not the how-to.
We paddle west before the wind gets nasty. We'll be really making hay.
How you guys doing?
Great, how are you?
Good morning.
Apparently it's flooded, so we've had to stop in the middle. This is on Malberg going to another part of Malberg, but yeah, the whole thing is flooded here, so we're having to make a walk with a boat. All right. Let's float out forest.
Yeah. I think I can see when I stand on this rock, a rock right off of that brush that's sticking out here.
That's the end of the portage?
Yeah, like a shallow rock.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like it should be right in the middle of the portage.
Okay.
Anyway, to me it looks like it's deep. Just looking at those trees, I don't think I'd want to just start walking.
Okay.
I think that would be taking a risk.
Yeah.
An unnecessary risk.
If we have to get out, we have to get out.
Right.
Paddling the great flooded forest. It must be a beaver dam that did this, huh?
It must be. Yeah, I mean the water's high, but it's not super high, is it?
No.
Well, you'll be up to the top of your thigh right here.
Oh, yeah. Do you figure those guys may not have decided to paddle across this? And may have tried to walk it?
Yeah, probably.
Which made them so angry. Okay, here's right there. Nope. Right up here.
Straight up the head.
Oh, there it is.
So,
Never mind.
went across the flooded portage, heading to Shell Lake.
That's a rock.
Shell Lake over on the west side.
Yep.
And there was a young kid ahead of me, and he obviously knew the portage. It was flooded, and I didn't know how deep it was. He took off with his canoe ahead of us.
Yeah.
And he went chest deep, went up to his knees.
Oh no.
Put the canoe on his back and kept going.
And didn't. You got her all? So apparently we were not at the end of the portage. We found another place where this beaver pond has plugged up the portage. So what you see, I'm guessing at one point in time people walked.
I don't think so.
The maps do not show this as really three portages, but it is. I think we could have.
Floating bog here.
Yeah.
Is this stuff? If you walked down that, you'd step right through and disappear.
Well, that's a new way to get lost in the boundary waters. So yeah, you could float most of it. My guess is that the maps don't show it just because it's a relatively newer beaver pond.
Yeah.
But we saw one of the larger beaver feeding dens that I'd ever seen right back there. So I'm guessing that's what's doing the work here. Yeah. All right, let's see if this is the last one. Sometimes portages do not go like they think. We have found beaver, a 60 rod portage that we turned into probably 80. Right. With beavers, ponds, and dams, and now a prehistoric lava pit of mud.
Yep.
Here, let me get out there. And I think what we'll do is I'll jump in and sit, and you should be able to push me out to here.
All right, we'll see if that works.
See if that works.
Send this to you.
Yep, here we go. All right. Now we'll see the comedy of errors.
Yeah, here we go.
As they begin. All right, I should be able to get in. It's not that, I mean, once we get out, I think it's deep enough to float. Hold on. Let me see how far out I can get. All right, you can go a little more.
Yeah.
A little more. I'm just trying to get it out as far as we can. All right, and this is floatable now.
And then I gotta see if I can push you out and get on at that rock.
Yeah, there's a rock right here that I'm standing on.
All right.
Try to wash my feet off a little bit. All right, there's one. So there's a rock right there. All right, and I'm in. Whoa!
There, let's see if
yep. That feels really good. Yep. We have everything right, because if we don't, it's staying here for somebody else. I don't care if it's food.
Even if it's our food, it's staying.
We will catch a fish and start a fire with like the old timers did. Even though I didn't even bring in. Oh, wait, I have a jackknife, so we could fillet it. So we've hit the point where the Kawishiwi goes that way, towards Insula and Alice. And this way continues our loop, so we're going to continue our loop. But if we wanted to go, we could actually float that way all the way to Lake One, basically with a one-night sleep, and we'd be there. So that's pretty cool. Got a rock straight ahead of us. You'll want to cheat. You want to cheat on as close to this big one as you can. I think I can get out and pull it. Well, I'll get out. I'll figure it out. Just slow it over down. Let's see here. Ginormous. We're back at the portage into Coma Lake. We checked out all the campsites after we went through our last portage, and we didn't like any of them. So we're snobbing and camp snobbing here today. It's 12:30, so we're gonna go check out and see what they've got for campsites at Coma Lake. And if that's not bad, we'll go see if we can, or if they're bad, we'll probably end up having to wade through the mess of Lake Polly on a Saturday.
Sometimes or never.
cut that rope and everything too if you need to. I've got a whole, these are old, end of the season. I buy new ones every year. I'm under a tarp. Paul just went and hid our bear barrels. You don't want us to get it started about bear stuff. We did see bear poop, and we hide our bear food. So we have bear barrels, but it's mostly just hiding them well off the trail. We're getting some rain now. Look at that. Look at how red it is under this tarp. So the quote of the day from Paul, which I'm going to use like forever, and I'll eventually coin it my own, was like, and it was in reference to a trip that he had, but it kind of was applicable today, about getting onto Lake Polly. We didn't know if we were going to see any campsites available, or if we would have to like keep going through the rain and the storm. So it was like, yeah, when we get over there, we're either gonna praise Jesus or pray to Jesus, depending on what we find on the other side. It's like it could go either way. So we actually have been praising most of the day here. There hasn't been a lot of, we prayed as we made it into here, and then we were thankful that we found a really nice spot. So anyway, hopefully this is the last rain. We did check on the Zolio. Emily said that 7:30 to 8:30 the last rain, so I'm guessing this must be it. So then she said it's clear.
Nice.
Yay. Yeah. Forget the storm. This is probably not, well, we're in the middle of it now, but it's like the third worst storm I've been in this year up here. Because I had the 8-inch deluge of the 80 mile an hour, and then we also had the 60 mile an hour when I was on Fort Town. So I'm pretty chill right now.
Yeah. You're used to it.
That, you want to watch this a little, oh, my book's there too. I saw it. All right. This is what we're getting. Oh, here comes the rain. I'm out.
Alright, I guess we'll just take that west shore for a little ways and
Okay.
see where that brings us.
This was a good campsite.
This was very good.
It served our purposes and it's pretty. We are now about to go explore Lake Polly. Yeah, I think so. I think sideways is the way to go. Huh? Okay. So this is a quick look of the portage going into Town Line Lake from Polly. And see, it's just kind of an inlet here into the piece of water, and then it's a 96 rod portage. Going into Polly, quite a steep hill. This is just a short little paddle, and then we go into the burn area. We decided not to stay a second night on Polly. We saw a lot of good campsites, but it's really early in the day, and we just want to kind of paddle. We're kind of hoping that we can get to Kawishiwi Lake and that we are able to find a site. We're not sure. It's a site right next to an entry point, and a lot of people like to kind of weekend warrior up there and you know, just paddle in and in 5 minutes be in the boundary waters and at a campsite. So we're hoping to be able to use it as our paddle out night. Otherwise, we'll figure out another plan, and we'll get going again across Town Line Lake. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yep. In those big tin cans.
Oh man. And they were wearing blue jeans. I mean, you can tell they weren't experienced.
Right. Yeah, with their big Playmate coolers.
Yeah.
Well, this is Square Lake. Oh, this is Kasashikong or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we are pulling over a beaver dam. This is not a portage. So we are standing on top of the beaver dam. Alright. It was easier this time than when we came.
It was.
A lot less figuring things out.
I know. We were surprised last time. And then baffled.
So, yes, we were. Alright, you hopping in?
How about you hop in?
Okay.
I'll pivot you out there. Deep right after the
Yes, they do. You can tell that. Look at that. Alright, so here we are at another beaver dam.
Let's see what we do right here.
Is it,
Not sure.
how did we do this one last time? Was
we did it on this side, but on the other side. I mean, over on this
yeah.
side.
So where do you want to go? Right here? Or,
can you get out there?
well, if I get forward a little bit, I
How
think.
about you get out, and then I'll let you swing in and get out.
It's not terribly deep.
Run into the canoe and then
Just see how deep I go. Oh. No biggie. This is another unmarked portage thanks to the beaver. Okay, you want me to pull you up a little bit? Or?
just hold on to it.
Okay,
Stay
I got it.
on.
Yep.
I think I can get out here.
It's not very deep. I mean, in the scope of, you're not going to drown deep. No consolation there.
Right.
All right, Mr. Beaverwood, I'm going to move just a little bit of that. There we go. So we're just going to try to slide this over then. There, it's a lot deeper on this side.
Yeah, do not step out there.
But it's good. It's firm. And I'm going to switch around and get on the other side pretty quick here. There. All right. Almost there. There we go. Almost like we're veterans.
Almost.
Woo! It's a little softer there.
All right, I'll hold it so you can.
All right, thanks. Whoa! Yep, that one gets even softer. Wash my foot off. All right, your turn.
Oh, faithful.
Look at that round. It looks like a piece of petrified wood up there.
Nice, yeah.
See, this is one I just wonder if at some time in history there were like pictographs on this.
I know. You would think. photographs at the base of Lower Bastard Falls, the rock face angles back, and that's, I think, what's protected all those years.
Out of the sun a little bit.
Yeah,
And
a lot of the
weather.
sun.
Look at that split, like it wants to fall apart.
Well, someday.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a really cool rock right there. And it's like the only one.
Oh, what happened to the rest of them? I guess
This is the portage out at into Square Lake. So we're on the way to Square Lake. And then we'll take a little bit of a river, and then we'll be on Kawishiwi Lake. But we're pretty sure we're gonna get nailed with wind here pretty quick. I think so. I think it's just a big rock. You can go around either way, right? No, I agree. Can't tell. I think it goes just around this, though. I think we can turn it. Yeah, we don't want to get caught in this. One of these suckers will roll us. Here's the nasty stuff. There. Yep. Swing your hips. Slow her up. It's shallow enough, I'll step out as soon as I possibly can. We'll watch to make sure we don't crash. You're out? Me too. We're not so bad. So we made it to a site on Square Lake. It's not where we wanted to go, but we have got just really nasty rollers out here. We overshot our portage, and then to get back would have been just dumb. So we both take equal blame on overshooting the portage. The wind was so bad we didn't want to look at our map, and we got right to where we needed to go, and we just went right past it. Well, now we're loaded with whitecaps. We sat on a little rock basically for the last almost 3 hours, waiting for the wind to die down. Went to the one side of the island and we could see this campsite, so we decided to just send it, and here we are at the campsite. It was actually a bit hairy even on coming over to the campsite. Yeah. We were getting thrown around pretty good, but we're staying here for the night. Better than a rock. So another day to an end. Paul's out sketching. Didn't end the exact way we were thinking of. We had originally thought, I'll get closer. We'd originally thought that we were going to go and camp maybe on Polly Lake, another one, but we opted out just because we were out early and we didn't want to stop that early. So then we decided, oh, maybe we'll go into Kawishiwi Lake. There was a couple of cool sites there when we had paddled out, and that was our plan. But once we hit Square Lake here, it was as It was rollers worthy of Brule Lake, if you know what that means. And anyway, we hit it and came out, but we couldn't really tell if we needed to. There's a little tiny stream that you have to take between Square Lake and Kawishiwi, and we couldn't look down at our map because the rollers were so big. We weren't sure if that was the right place to turn, so we kept on going, and then we all of a sudden saw a campsite, and we're like, oh, we went way too far. So then we had to sit behind an island for a couple of hours. I climbed up to the top of the island and I could see this campsite a couple of 100 yards away from us. So we didn't realize it was that close, but we still needed to wait a little longer. Wind died down just enough that we just broke over to here. It was pretty rough, bouncy. I think I have some video, and then found this campsite. Not the perfect one, but it's nice. Still pretty breezy. Winds died down quite a bit. When we were first looking out at Square Lake here, it was full of whitecaps, and now it's just rollers out here. But so as I look out the opposite way of the camera, it's all burned from the Pagami fire, and then behind me the fire had stopped. And I think directly kind of that way, maybe a quarter of a half mile or so, is Kawishiwi Lake. So Square Lake, I had never thought about camping here, and the campsite's okay. Maybe a 2 or a 3. It's been used a lot, but not recently, it doesn't look like. So whatever, we're not building a campfire or anything. It's really breezy up on this hill, but that's a good thing. We don't have any bugs to worry about. Nice sunshiny day, and we'll catch up. We're gonna have dinner in about an hour or so. Morning in the Boundary Waters. Fog. Well, we won't miss the portage today. Or miss the channel. Yep. Not the portage. Yeah, we missed the channel yesterday. All the way by. And that was a trip.
I won't rub it in too bad.
Oh, the fog is awesome. So this is the channel we missed. See, we came right here, yeah, and all this looked like was a bay.
It looked like a bay.
You can't, there's no way we would have known. If we'd have looked at our maps, we'd have known right away.
I know.
But I mean, we were just getting tossed out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, this is completely deceiving.
I know. It looks like a bay.
This is completely deceiving. Especially when you're dealing with a couple feet chop rollers. Garbage.
So is it...
Oh, would you look at that? Okay, I don't feel so bad about missing it now. Because I was feeling kind of dumb. But knowing what the water was like, and we'd have come right down into there and still turned around. Well, we did. And you turn the corner and you're out of the burn zone and back into green everywhere. Yeah, it's just different.
With non-family.
Oh, even solo. I would much rather go with one person than solo.
Yeah, would you?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Solo is not my preference.
No, I've been thinking about doing a solo, but honestly, I just am like, don't think that's my thing.
I think what we should do sometime, you brought this up once, we should both take solo canoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just paddle together, and if we need to camp together, you camp together, you know. I think that would be a fun trip.
Yeah.
Well, there we are.